Yes, my people, welcome back to Dave's Kutz Studio. So today I'm going to show you guys how you do a taper fade with a client that has a dread. I'm going to show you how you're going to break it down step by step. If you're new, make sure you take notes. This is probably going to help you in terms of actually understanding how you finish a haircut, but most especially how you start a haircut. So right now I'm debunking this client's hair with a number one. I'm using a flat surface number one. So if you're wondering what's the flat surface number one gauge, we have two number one gauges. We have the one that has a clip at the end, which is easy for you to click it to the clippers so when you're cutting someone's hair it doesn't fall off. But we have a different number one gauge, which is a flat surface that doesn't have the clip at the end. You have to hold it with two fingers. With the bulky number one, you have to go over it at least like 5 times to make sure everything's laid down. The flat surface number one kind of lays it down in 2 goes. That's one of the reasons why it's my favorite gauge, especially when I'm doing a taper fade on a client that has a dread. I definitely advise you guys for new beginner barbers to use the one that has the clip at the end. I don't want you guys actually starting off with your first client or cutting a customer that you don't know with a flat surface number one that does not have the clip on at the end. Very important for you guys to know this. As you can see, I'm using the spray on the client to make sure I can lay the hairline down before I start shaping it up. If you guys don't know what I'm using, it's called a Holden spray for hairline. I'm gonna put the link in the description below. Go grab that. Also, I want you guys to understand, every haircut you give a client will definitely teach you something. You're going to learn something new when you're cutting different types of clients. Different clients have different head shapes. So when you're shaping up someone, always make sure you use the same strategy as how you used from the last client. This allows you to understand what guideline you should be working from and what position you should try to position yourself when cutting your client's hair. Because if you notice, I started from the middle hairline first and worked my way all the way to the side of the client's hair. I worked my way all the way to the temple. After doing this side, I went my way to the other side, which will be the left side. So once you have this strategy in place, it prevents you from making future mistakes and makes you understand exactly how you start haircuts and how you finish. The strategy stays the same, but you still learn how to adapt with different head shapes and different textures of the client's hair. All you have to do is trust the process, respect the guideline, and understand that, listen, Rome wasn't built in a day. Consistency beats speed. So the main aim is to make sure you perfect the step-by-step of having a strategy in place. Now, the next step I'm going to do with this client, I'm going to start shaping up the back bit. Because if you guys notice, I started with the front hairline first and then I move on to the neckline. In that way, it positioned the fade I'm about to give him next. I want you guys to take this as well. Repetition will always come with speed, and the right technique will give you the best confidence that you need when you're in this industry. So you don't have to stress yourself too much about getting it wrong the first time. As long as you're using the same system that I'm giving you and you're adding your own sauce into it, you'll be good. Picture it like this. Haircuts like building a house. If the foundation is weak, nothing above it looks good. So at the end of the day, you got to make sure your technique is right and you stick to the plan. You got to remember, every guideline is like a roadmap. You lose it, you lose your direction. Matter of fact, look at your chair as a classroom and every client's a lesson. Alright, so guys, enough with my metaphor. This is the third step. I'm going to start with the small borderline between the ear area and the temple. Then I'm going to work upwards with a 0.5 open up guard. There's going to be a line between the skin and the 0.5 that get faded away with a closed guard 0.5, right? Then we're going to move with the number one open guard upwards, then blend it with the 1-2 millimeters after. Then after getting the fade out the way, then I proceed with giving the client a C-cut. There's only 3 things that you should be worried about when you're giving a client a mid fade. Don't push the hairline back, don't push the fade all the way up, and make sure you use the right tool when you're giving the fade. This is the things that you actually need. You need a number one gauge, a 0.5 and a 0.5. If you don't get what I'm saying, a 0.5 is linked to a 0.5. It's open guard 0.5, closed guard 0.5. Those are the basic things that you actually need to know when you're giving that a mid fade and then having no number one gauge. The rest is history, guys. So guys, let me show you guys an easy technique when you're cutting your client's beard. Start with the side of the beard hairline first. Then after that, I want to also show you a nice method for you to not actually draw the client's beard line all the way down. So sometimes guys, you can cut upwards. This way you can actually have a guideline and position the right way of cutting your client's beard. You know, sometimes some clients don't want it to be drawn down. And I also want to let you guys know as well, the same way you start with the front hairline first should be the same way you start with the bottom of the beard hairline. And that way you can also make sure everything is even from the left side and the right side. Okay, big thanks for you guys for taking the time for watching this video. If you guys are new to this channel, make sure you like and also make sure you subscribe. I also got a playlist for new beginners at the bottom of the channel. Make sure you lock into that. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.